Okay, let's be real. Finding time to work out as a busy mom feels dang near impossible. Between work, kids, and the never-ending to-do list, the last thing you want to do is spend hours in the gym. And honestly, I don't. I lost 45 pounds postpartum while working full-time, and this was without doing any crazy long gym workouts. In fact, I didn't go to the gym at all. I wasn't cutting out my favorite foods, and I wasn't stressing about fitness 24/7. Instead, I followed a simple, no BS fitness plan that actually worked for my very busy lifestyle, and that is what I'm going to share with you today. If you've tried all the crazy fitness fads, if you've tried all the trendy diets out there on the internet, whatever, like this video is for you, like breaking down the nonsense, cutting through the BS, and telling you exactly what actually works for busy moms. By the end of this video, you'll have a real strategic workout routine that actually works for busy moms so you can get stronger, feel better, and stop wasting time on silly workout programs that are not going to get you results. So if you've ever felt like fitness is just too overcomplicated, there's too many things to figure out, you don't know how to make this work for like your lifestyle and your very limited free time, please keep watching because girl, I got you. If you're new here, my name is Bailey. I'm a certified personal trainer, certified nutritionist, pre and postnatal specialist, and most importantly, I am a mom. I have a 20-month-old daughter at home, and I have one on the way. I post videos all about like realistic, holistic wellness in the context of the chaos of motherhood. So if that's the kind of thing you're into, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel. If you're not new here, welcome back. Okay, let's cut right to the chase. This is the exact workout program that helped me lose that 45 pounds in 4.5 months postpartum, and the exact workout program that I still follow today. It is also the exact workout program that is in every single one of the workout programs on my fitness app for moms. It's called Well Mamas. We have monthly workouts, monthly meal plans, meditation guides, and mindfulness guides, all for busy moms. You can check it out free for a week using the link in the description box below. So this is the plan that I do for everyone, all my clients, myself, etc. I call it the 4-3-2-1 method, which is a little bit silly, but it just is helpful to remember how it works. So let's break that down. 4 workouts a week, 30 minutes or less each, and then 2 days a week, we're doing 10,000 steps a day. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm gonna get into the like nitty gritty of how that works. But before I do that, if you're already thinking like, okay, whatever, I've tried 1,010,000 workout programs, workout methods, and none of them seem to work for me. How is this gonna be any different? Let me share a little tough love here, a little sister to sister moment. Where most people go wrong is that they're not strategic about the type of workouts that they're doing. So they find a plan or a program that some influencer posted online or that they saw on Pinterest or like their friend swears by or whatever. And without really thinking about the strategy behind that program or like how it's built out, they just kind of jump in, they do it for a couple weeks, they're not seeing the results that they want right away. And this just doesn't work for me. There must be something wrong with my hormones or my metabolism or my genetics or blah, 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 blah. But I'm here to tell you that if you are strategic about the type of workouts that you're doing, you will absolutely see results. And that's why this 4-3-2-1 method actually works. So let's break that strategy down a little bit further. If you take one thing away from this video, I want it to be this. Strength training is the most effective way to work out and see visible results in your body. It is not the only way. It is not even necessarily the best way, because the best way is whichever way you are going to stick to, but it is the most effective way. Strength training burns fat while building muscle, which is way more effective than just a really long cardio session. It boosts your metabolism so you can keep burning calories even while at rest. As your muscle mass grows, your caloric expenditure at rest grows too. So you're actually burning more calories the more muscle you have in your body. It strengthens your body in functional movements that running or HIIT workouts just simply cannot do. When I say functional movements, I'm talking about like the type of movements you're gonna do during your day-to-day life. So squatting, deadlifting, carrying groceries around, like bending down to pick up your kid, like that's functional movements, and strength training supports that kind of movement. And it helps with longevity, bone density, and just your overall body composition. By contrast, cardio, while so good for your heart health and for your endurance, it's not actually that great at seeing visible changes in the composition of your body. So in like your muscle mass to body fat ratio, which is great news if you're someone like me who hates cardio. Cardio can absolutely help you burn calories. And I do think there's a place for it in every fitness program out there, because you want your fitness to be well-rounded. You want to make sure that you are focusing on your cardiovascular health in addition to your strength, but the calories burned during cardio are not nearly as effective in making those visible changes as your expenditure while strength training. And as a busy mom who has very little time for working out, you don't want to be spending your time on things that are not effective. You want the highest efficiency workouts that you can find so that you're getting the most bang for your buck. And that is what we program in the 4-3-2-1 method. Now, to go just one layer deeper on this strategy, we've talked about the importance of strength training. The real results within a well-built strength training program are going to hinge on the idea of something called progressive overload. And this is the concept of doing the same moves over and over again, but increasing the intensity or the challenge on your body slowly over time. So if you're constantly doing random workouts that you downloaded from online or you found on YouTube or Pinterest or whatever, or if you're doing the same workout program that you've had for 10 years because you bought it back in college and you don't want to buy anything else, but you're using the same 10-pound dumbbells to do every single move every single time, you're not actually giving yourself the chance for your muscles to grow. Your body will adapt to those movements. It will adapt to that level of challenge. And unless you increase the level of challenge, that adaptation will prevent you from seeing any progress. So a strategic strength training plan focuses on doing the same or very similar movements over a period of time and slowly increasing that intensity through either rep ranges or specific form adjustments or the weight that you're using as you progress, so that you're constantly sort of increasing that challenge on your body, pushing past those moments of adaptation, and therefore getting results. That concept is progressive overload in a nutshell. And if you're thinking, okay, that's fine, but I don't even know where to start. I don't know what to do to start. Which one should I do over time? And what does it look like to increase my intensity, yada, yada. This is exactly why I built the Well Mamas app for moms, because I wanted to take all the guesswork out of the very conflicting information that's out there online as it relates to fitness, nutrition, and just general wellness. We have beginner programs, we have pregnancy programs, we have postnatal programs, any kind of fitness program that you're looking for. They're all 30 minutes or less because it's the 4-3-2-1 method, obviously. Minimal equipment, you can do it all at home. And there's strength training based workouts that focus on progressive overload and focus on a really efficient style of training that will help you get max results in that minimum amount of time that you're spending. So if that sounds interesting to you, I would love for you to try your first week free. You can grab that in the link below, as I said. Okay, but a little bit of real talk here. You've heard the phrase, you can't out-train a bad diet. And unfortunately, it's true. If you find yourself thinking now or at any point, gosh, I just feel like I'm doing everything right, I'm making these changes, I'm in the gym or I'm doing my workouts, whatever, and nothing is changing, there's a very good chance that your nutrition is to blame. Nutrition is hard. It's hard for anyone. It's hard for all people in this modern day society where food is just plentifully available to us, and a lot of our social gatherings are all around centered around food and alcohol and whatever else. It's particularly difficult for moms. We're dealing with picky eaters, sometimes picky spouses, not to mention the fact that the prices of groceries right now are astounding. So nutrition is difficult, and I don't want to downplay that aspect of it, but it doesn't mean it's impossible. And unfortunately, it is the thing that can really supercharge your results if you are already being consistent with your workouts. So while it's true that you can't out-train a bad diet, the good news is you don't have to be perfect 100% of the time. You don't have to get rid of all the foods you like. You don't have to just be eating kale and egg whites and almonds all the time. There's a way to do this with balance and with reasonableness about your life, but it does require you to be pretty consistent with the healthy choices that you're making in those little moments day after day after day. So this includes things like eating protein at every meal. Protein intake is key for fat loss, for muscle growth, just fueling your body for staying full, not feeling hungry all the time. Eating protein at every meal really needs to be a non-negotiable. Another one is eating enough to fuel your body and fuel your workouts. There are so many of us women, whether it's intentionally or just by the fact that our lives are really busy, that undereat and don't realize it. And that can really derail your progress, as well as cause lots of other issues and your hormones, your metabolism, all sorts of things. So making sure that you're eating enough is key. And then the third thing is just being really honest with yourself about how much balance are you actually striking? A lot of people like to follow the 80-20 rules. You're eating nutritionally 80% of the time, and then you allow yourself 20% of the time to sort of indulge a little and to have more fun with food. I am a huge proponent of that method, and it's how I like to eat as well. However, after working with tons and tons of women in this personal training space, as well as on my app, I have learned that we as human beings are very good at overestimating the amount of time we're eating nutritionally complete meals and underestimating the amount of time we're indulging. I don't think we do this on purpose. I think it's just human nature. We want to believe the best about ourselves, and so we over-index on the good things that we're doing and we under-index on the things that maybe weren't the best. But unfortunately, it's true, and therefore we have to be really willing to take a critical view of how we're eating, how we're spending our time, and be honest with ourselves about what that looks like. There is a way to be realistic and to eat in a way that you can enjoy and that supports your wellness goals. even as a busy mom, but it takes a commitment to making those little choices that nobody's gonna see but you, day in and day out, over and over and over again. And if you stray a little bit here or stray a little bit there, being willing to say like, okay, no big deal, I'm just gonna start again today. Now, if you're looking for a little cheat code to kickstart this process, I did create a 4-week busy mom meal plan that was created specifically to help minimize stress about like, what the heck am I eating as you start your fitness journey. It's 4 weeks worth of breakfast, lunches, and dinners. You get all the recipes, you get weekly grocery lists, organized by area of the grocery store, which is my favorite part. You get meal prep tips, it's all included. It's just a great way to kind of give yourself a little momentum and like kickstart the process. And depending on your kids, I don't know about you, but depending on your kids, a lot of these recipes are kid-friendly too. Okay, so we've talked about strategic workouts. We've talked about honest, realistic nutrition. Here's the thing that brings it all together. At the end of the day, the real secret to getting results is not about finding the perfect workout plan. It's not about finding the perfect meal plan. It's about actually sticking with it, like for a while. You simply can't expect to work out for a few weeks or eat well for the next 6 days and suddenly see all these changes in your body and feel like, I'm doing it, it's finally working, I'm breaking free. Like, you cannot expect to have overnight results. And I know we all know that cognitively, but when you're in the moment and it's day 7 of trying to get up early, get your workout in, and you're exhausted, and the toddler woke up in the middle of the night, and you feel like nothing is changing, that's when you forget it. And that's when you're like, whatever, this just isn't gonna work for me. My body just like hates me, and I'll just do this in another season. Like, I know that you know that this isn't an overnight thing. But in those really tough moments, when nobody's sitting there holding your hand and saying like, you can do this, come on, stick with it. Like, when you have to be the one to motivate yourself, it's really easy to forget it if you're not actively seeing the changes yet. And so not sticking with it is where most people fail, in addition to not being honest about their nutrition choices and not being strategic about their workouts. That's why they call this a lifestyle change. And I know that sounds trendy and like buzzwordy and influencery and whatever, but it's true. If you really want to see changes in your body, you have to make a lifestyle change. And that doesn't need to feel overwhelming. If anything, it should feel encouraging, that it's not a quick fix. Because if it was a quick fix, your results would be just as quick and then they'd be gone again. But the fact that it's a lifestyle change gives us hope, and it gives us patience, because it means we have our lives to make these healthy changes and to glean all the benefits that we're gonna get from moving our body, eating well, sticking with it. So in order to really do that, and in order to be able to stick with it, you need a strategic plan, you need a simple plan, and you need to commit to that plan, and don't get distracted by all the new shiny fitness fads and diet fads out there while you're on your journey. So all those things together, that's what worked for me in my postpartum weight loss journey. That's what's still working for me today. That's what I'm still doing even as I'm pregnant. It's what I'll do for my next postpartum fitness journey. And it's what I do with all my clients. It's like, help you figure out, how do we make this simple? How do we make it sustainable? And how do we get you to stick to it? If you're tired of the constant barrage of conflicting information out there about like health and wellness, and if you're ready to follow a plan that actually works for your lifestyle as a busy mom, I would love for you to try this 4-3-2-1 method using my very strategic workouts so you can actually see results. Spend less time working out, spend less time thinking about it. Don't have to obsess about it, but suddenly you have more energy, you have more confidence, you feel better in your jeans. Who doesn't want that? I am on a big kick right now about no BS fitness and nutrition content. I feel like it is time to like boil it down, cut the crap. Like, let's stop promoting all of these like new trendy things just because we want clicks on our videos. And so if that's the kind of thing you're into, I would love for you to stick around. I have a program launching this year called the No BS Body for Moms that specifically does this. It's like, let's really break it down, get into the nitty gritty of the exact steps you need to take, the things that are just distractions that you don't need to worry about right now, and the way to actually make it work for you and your life in the context of your responsibilities, your childcare situation, your family's dynamics. Like, that's what the No BS Body for Moms is going to be about. It's launching later this year, so subscribe if that's something that you want to hear more about. If you found this video helpful, I would love it if you hit the like button, and definitely subscribe if you're into this kind of content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.